Hey guys, it's Hustlemon, and yeah, cheers for dropping by in today's video. So we're on episode number 9 of my investment binder series, and well, there's no way to sugarcoat this. We've got some real bad news for this series overall, especially for those of us who are in the UK. This is going to double impact us. It's going to be a punch in the face, unfortunately. So the website that I use, pokécardvalues.co.uk, obviously it's what I use to combine my total collection value. You can see which cards I got from in particular sets as well, so it's a nice cool breakdown. For me, it was a great website to keep track of my overall collection value, and it ran through eBay UK price point, and recently they updated it to add in some TCG player price point. If you can't find anything on eBay UK, it will add the next TCG player price point onto that. Now TCG player is obviously US market based, so that is why the cards reflect different on our currency value. The cards are cheaper, and also it is overall cheaper to get single cards in the state sides as well, just because they've got obviously access to more product, and therefore the cards over there is not as valuable as it is in comparison to the UK, which has a bit more of a limited market. With that being said, you may have already noticed it on the website itself, Poké Card Values. They're not updated the UK price point since March, end of March, and that is because they've confirmed that eBay updated their API, which means application program interface. So for those of you who are a computer nerd, you might know what that means. It's just a bit of jargon to me, but overall what it means for us is that they're not going to update any of the UK price point anymore. Like, it's done. They can't get hold of the eBay data. Now they are looking at switching across to either using Magic Madhouse stats if possible, or even Card Market, but they're not going to be true accurate price reflection as to what the average consumer is paying for the card itself, because Magic Madhouse, for those of you know, they charge obviously they want to make their money off of single cards. For example, if you knew a single card was £10, you can buy that on eBay as well for £10. Magic Madhouse might sell it for 15. It's standard practice for them. They end up selling it a bit more because obviously they're a business and they work on what is like the current market trend, and like trying to make a bit more profit as themselves as a business. Card Market, yeah, it's just not going to be accurate on that as well. So that means, unfortunately, we're going to have to make a switch. I'm going to have to switch from eBay UK to this now, TCG Player, and then eBay. So we're going to have to work from this, from what my card value is going to be in as if I was based in America, which is obviously a massive dip. You can already see it's gone down from 370 to 285. However, what I'm going to do, I'm going to painstakingly look at all the single cards that I have in my binder currently, which at the moment is 50. Obviously, we're going to add some more cards in for today's episode, but then I'm going to go ahead and check out eBay UK, find the lowest prices, what was the last purchase price, and you put a UK price up. So I've created like a new little table. I'll pop it up on screen as well. We're going to go off US price and UK price. US price is obviously, we're just going to go through what Poké Card Value says, and then UK price is me basically adding it up. Now it goes without saying, guys, I'm a one-man band. I cannot update it every single month, like checking what the prices are every single month and keeping track on it for the next episode. It's just gonna the series is not going to be doable for me. So what I would state is, every January of the new year I will check back all my cards that I have in this binder and I'll update it then. But for example, if this episode ended up with £400 in total with my current cards, then the next episode what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look at the individual cards that I've added it on and add that total value onto that £400. So we're basically stacking it up until January, where I'll do a full reset and check out how much these cards are individually valued at, and then update the collection value myself manually if that is what's going to be needed. Like I said, it's just one of those things. It does make me think, should I open up a Discord channel to get some sort of support and help from any members out over here, that when of you guys are watching, to kind of help me out with this series, because I think now that the community is growing a bit, it might be time to see if there's any like one of you guys were kind enough to give a bit of support in this level, and go for a Discord channel, maybe not even just to like look at single cards or the binder, but overall Pokemon content, Pokemon sales in the UK, etc., etc. We can make a Hustlemon Discord server and try to just basically try to do something like that can help out this channel overall. But you guys let me know if that if you think that's the best way to take it. Apologies for the long intro. Obviously it is what it is. It's really unfortunate because just as a small rant, people in the UK are absolutely like shafted when it comes to like collecting Pokemon cards, not only for the amount that we have to pay or the limited products, but even the fact that we don't have websites dedicated like for us as collectors to kind of get a good understanding of what is the value of our collection. Pokecard values was that bread and butter for us, and now that's also been taken away, and it's just a bit disappointing because now, like I said, there's nothing out there other than having to look at eBay's last sold items or any of like the popular like e-commerce businesses and seeing what they're selling the single cards at. That's the only tools that we have to our disposal, whilst like the American crowd, the Canadian crowd, etc., they have access to so much more like information, tools, like dedicated websites for collectors, etc. But currency differences is what it is. It's just not going to be an accurate result. And yeah, that's what else can I say really. It's just all that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive it in, and I'll show you what cards I've added onto the binder this month. Right, so the first card by adding onto the binder this month is the Team Rocket's Tyranitar Pokemon Center promo. A bit of a mouthful, but we got there. So yeah, a bit of a story on this one. I've actually made a whole video dedicated around this. I'll pop it up on screen, lightning bolt effects as well, so you can go ahead and check this out. Just to give you a quick summary as well, just to catch up, basically what happened is I got this card from the Pokemon Center promo that got released on 30th of May, where if you purchased any TCG product over £20, you got this card given to you for free. I opened up a Shroud of Fable booster bundle. I deducted whatever overall cost, what I got in terms of card value off the Tyranitar's costs, and yeah, just a quick spoiler, I didn't got much back, so I'm gonna add £20 in because I've had a look at the two pulls that I've had, and basically yeah, it looks like I spent £20 on the Tyranitar. Just to also summarize, you might even see this because in the US market, this card, as you can see, is about £51, which is about $65 to $70 in currency difference over there. The reason why being, basically, the Americans, unfortunately, the average consumer over there couldn't get through to the Pokemon Center website on the launch day of this card because Pokemon dropped in Prismatic Evolution's products over there, and obviously, naturally, the bots came along, they sniffed it. Alongside that, they got the promo card given to them, whilst the average consumer couldn't get hold of it. So there's less cards in the American market in comparison to the UK because the UK didn't have any hot products dropped in, so therefore a lot more people were able to buy products like the Shroud of Fable booster bundle or whatever they desired, and able to get hold of the Tyranitar alongside that. So this is why on eBay UK the price is about £25 for this card, 25 to 30, whilst in the US it's $65 to $70. Now this is the other part which is confusing me right now, because you can see it says Team Rocket's Tyranitar non-holo promo exclusive, but there's no data on there and there's no badge. This one, it just says it's the standard rare holo and it says £51. No one in their right mind is paying $65 to $70 for a standard holo. I know the price market is insane at the moment, but it's not that crazy where a standard holo card is fetching $65 to $70. So I can only go ahead and conclude in saying that this is the Tyranitar card that is meant to be on my binder, despite it doesn't have the Pokemon Center badge. And it's just been a bit of a muddle up at the moment. That's all I can think of. Like, I don't think Pokecard values have updated itself accordingly in regards to it. But yeah, you can already see the problems that we're going to start having with the American market that we've had to now cater towards. Although, just a quick glance over here as well, Magic Madhouse price is coming on June 21st as well. Card market price is coming soon as well. So obviously this is going to start getting implemented. In fact, it's 21st today, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I've had to move that stuff back just to see my calendar on screen, but it's also the 21st, so we're going to start seeing the Magic Madhouse prices being reflected on Pokecard values. But there you go. You can see obviously the updates that's occurring, and it just goes and reflects back to what I said at the beginning of this video. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next card. Right, next up, guys, we've got my first ever freebie card that we're adding onto the binder. You heard that right, we got it for free. It's great. Nothing in life can disappoint you if it's for free. I mean, there might be a few things out over there, but we won't go into it. Anyway, what happened is I went to Smith's Toy Store in Rotherham. Obviously, this got launched in April, but they're no longer advertising in Smith's Toy Store. I was purchasing a Pokemon ETB, and I just asked the member of staff, I said, do you by any chance have that EV promo still hanging around? If you don't ask, you don't get. Turns out they have one, and well, I've got a couple of these already, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to chuck it into the investment binder this month. So yeah, great news for me. Now this is where this confusing part comes in. There's no data on TCG Player, and there's no data, obviously we're not going to get any data on eBay because it's after March now, so this card didn't drop into market until April. So yeah, we're in a bit of that grey area now. We're in the purgatory for this card because well, at least I paid nothing, but it's going to show that there's no value that's going to be added onto my overall collection overall now. So what do we do? Well, I mean, obviously I'm going to add the prices up at the end, but I'll tell you a bit of an inside story on this in particular card. Now, in the American market, you actually can get hold of this Eevee from a 2-pack blister. You get 2 prismatic evolution packs, and you get this Eevee promo card in there. Now, obviously, that product is not going to be available in the UK at all. It's a US exclusive product. I don't know if it's available in Canada, but it's not going to be launched in the UK. So this card on eBay is showing about £5 to £7 because of that region. However, I imagine in the US this card's about probably $1 or $2 at best. I would imagine over there, just because it is a promo card they could get more access to, whilst the only way we could have got hold of this promo card was either making purchases from Smiths, HMV, Game, you know, like dedicated like big retail brands in UK that have partnership with like Pokemon TCG products. And then obviously the Pokemon Center website. That is the only way we could have got hold of this single card. That blister pack's never going to hit the UK market. So again, it goes to tie back as to what I was saying at the beginning of the vid, that there's more products available in the US market. There's more exclusives, and therefore certain single cards over there are a lot more cheaper in comparison to getting into the UK, because obviously we don't have access to that product. And this Eevee is one of them prime examples. So yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Right, next up, guys, we've got the Mewtwo V over here. Now, this was actually purchased from Lee's Pokeworld, which I dropped a short on my channel not long ago. It's actually done really well on TikTok. It's got over 130,000 views, that short has, which, mind blown. I've never seen anything like that before, but I mean, that's good. At least it's obviously generated a bit of attention for Lee out there. Brilliant shop as well. It's nice that it's local to myself as well. So I paid £3 for this card. Obviously, it's from the Pokemon Go Elite Trainer box as well, which I don't think I'm ever going to get hold of, or neither do I want to, if I'm honest with you, in Pokemon Go. I mean, it's not like the worst set. I can think of worse sets, but it's definitely not a fan favourite, put it that way. But either way, £3 for this card is an absolute win for me. I love Mewtwo overall anyway, part of my top 6, so happy to have him under the binder. And yeah, we obviously got 2 more cards whilst we were there, so let me go ahead and show you the other 2. Right, so the next card I added on to the binder from Lee's store. I paid £5 for this Magneton from the obviously Surging Sparks ETB promo. I'm finally happy that I got hold of this card. I was really debating on grading this card. It was my initial thoughts when I got hold of it, but I looked at the binder, and well, the next set of Pokemons I've showcased why I ended up adding it onto the binder instead of keeping it for myself to grade. Just a quick story as well. I actually ordered the Surging Spark ETB twice on Amazon, and both times it got cancelled. I complained, I got a £10 credit, but I'm like, I don't want a £10 credit. I wanted the goddamn Surging Sparks ETB, and now obviously it's pretty much gone. It's extinct. You're paying like through the roof if you want to get it from the second-hand markets. But it would have been nice to have had this Magneton. Like, I would have kept one for seal, one to rip open, and having that Magneton, I would have definitely got it graded. But it's just one of those things. I can't do anything about it. This is one of the things though. However, look at this. Right, look at the price points in end of March in the UK. It just goes to show how desperate we were for Surging Sparks products. Look at this now in the USA market. Even in the high peak, they were paying about £5 worth over here. But now look at that dip. What the hell? Like the comparison is ridiculous. Honestly, that is insane over here with the price difference. But it just goes to show as well. I'm glad I got hold of this promo card. It's an absolute beautiful promo card. It looks incredible. I imagine it's going to be damn near enough impossible to get as a 10. You can see the price difference as well over here when you get a PSA 10. But yeah, beautiful card. Great promo overall. Glad it's in my binder. Right, so the final card that we're adding onto the binder this month is the Raichu GX. It's obviously the last card I purchased from the Pokémon store. I ended up getting the Mewtwo, the Magneton, the Raichu GX all for £10 as a bundle, which is a great price. But when I got home, I placed it into the binder. I was like, it just looks lonely over there. It just doesn't seem right. So, can you guess what I did? You know how to do it. Of course I did it. I ended up purchasing all the damn GXs that you can get from the Hidden Fates tin. So you get each one of these from the Hidden Fates promo tin, whether you got the Gyarados, the Charizard, or the Raichu. You pick one. The tin looks, obviously the design is each unique to the Pokemon itself, but Hidden Fates overall is doing really well. I've actually got the Charizard GX as a sealed product of mine, and naturally it goes without saying, look at Charizard, how well he does in comparison to the other two, like genuinely. But ultimately I paid these, I bought these free once again on eBay for £10. So yeah, not a bad set of free to add on to the binder. If I'm honest with you, the Gyarados and the Raichu are going to be real slow burners. I don't see them climbing up in price too rapidly at all anytime soon. Charizard naturally will be doing better depending on the peak period of Pokemon as well. You can see how well it does, but ultimately the Charizard will do better. I just like the looks of all three of the cards in their own unique element. I think they're some of the coolest promo cards you can get in any tin, and Hidden Fates is arguably one of the best sets in Sun and Moon era. I know everyone's going to say, of course, it's going to be Team Up is the best. Yeah, naturally, thanks to Pokechoke Monsters and everything else in the YouTubing world has done. But I think Hidden Fates is definitely one of them hidden treasures in the Sun and Moon era. It's one of those ones that have absolutely incredible sets of cards, and I just had to go ahead and get the promo alongside that. Yeah, that's it. That's all done and dusted there. The 7 cards that we added onto the binder this month. Anyway, let's go ahead and do the whole price chart, see what was the total now overall, and yeah, we'll give a reflection the US price and the UK price. So guys, I'm back over here. I've actually had to spend a full day on eBay UK checking out what the full breakdown of each one of these cards that I got in the investment binder, just tallying it up. I've got the data from previously sold value of these cards, and some of the cards weren't available through that data, so I've scoured the website and checked out what's the cheapest value that someone's listed it off at mint/near mint condition. That was also painful because some people list it off as mint/near mint, and honestly the cards are nowhere near that condition whatsoever. But we got the full breakdown. At the end of the day, I had to just basically get the ball rolling once again. As they say, the show must go on. So we spent £38 this month, which gives us a grand total that we spent at £321, which is a nice number to remember. 321, easy enough. The collection value in US total is actually at plus at £345. That's a surprise for me. I imagine it decreasing in the future because obviously currency difference, etc. But for now, for it to be in the green was a bit of a mind. My mind was a bit blown. The second thing as well, in the UK prices, however, a huge jump, and I mean a huge jump. We're now sat at £525 for the total value of the binder itself. The biggest jump was from the Squirtle, the 151 Pokemon Center promo. So that was sat around £50 just towards end of March. It's now over £70+. Tyranitar GX from Lost Thunder also had a nice cheeky increase. That's sitting around £25. A card that went on the decline was the Miraidon ETB promo from the Scarlet and Violet base. As you remember, and probably if you watched the early episodes, I said the price was absolutely inflated for some weird reason for that card. It's now sitting around £7, which is a fair price for an ETB promo. It's just a bit more up than usual, but it's just one of those things. Especially considering that last episode I spent £5 on Mimikyu from the Paldean Fates ETB. Yeah, but again, it's one of those things that we got things on track now, and £525 is what it's at overall. So yeah, we're still in the green. We're doing really good on this binder. Obviously, you've seen a change as well. The Team Rocket's Tyranitar is now the biggest hit card over here. It's now sitting about £49, which I think is about $65. Now, if it was the UK version, it would be the Squirtle. But seeing that we're going through TCG Player now, Team Rocket will take Team Rocket's Tyranitar will now take that crown. Anyway, yeah, I can ramble about it for all day. I've got a full notepad in case you're wanting to know each one of the cards' individual value for whatever reason. Just comment below and I'll give you guys, you know, the inside breakdown to that as well. But I do want to announce my second ever giveaway. So yeah, as I said previously earlier this month on my some of my other obviously video contents that I do, I said I wanted to go ahead and announce do another giveaway over here, and I felt like this it would be best to do it for the binder series that I got ongoing, because as of next month it'll be the 10th episode, and we want to celebrate by announcing a winner on the 10th episode. I felt like that seems fitting enough. So yeah, in this giveaway, guys, just please make sure you're from the UK, you've got TikTok and Instagram so I can get in touch with you. Like I said, it has to be UK only. Unfortunately, I can't ship internationally at the moment. I'm just too small of a YouTuber. It's just about cost effective to me, all honesty. But yeah, easy enough for anyone to enter. You need to be a subscriber. And the question I'm going to ask you guys is, what is your favorite Pokemon card and why? Yeah, easy enough. I mean, it sounds easy enough, but honestly, it made me think a while. What is my favorite Pokemon card? I can't even tell you. It could be something nostalgic to you. It could be something deck worthy. It just could be something memorable. Whatever, you know. Either way, you guys comment below what is the favorite card and why is that the case. What you're gonna win? Well, I'm chucking in a couple of like Pokemon stickers and a mini binder. Just to go through the theme of what's been happening on my channel this month, I've chucking in the McDonald's what's it called, Happy Meal, where you get the McDonald's pack in there as well. So hopefully you guys can pull the Pikachu or the Dragonite from that. I've also added in a Shroud of Fable booster bundle with a mini tin with a couple of common cards in there as well. So maybe again you'll have better luck than I've done with Shroud of Fable recently. Finally as well, I'm chucking in this graded card tool. So as you know, I love getting my cards graded, and I felt like if you guys wanted to do, you know, go ahead and submit your cards in the future, this centering tool will help you at least figure out whether you got a 10 in there or whether you're not, and give you guys an opportunity to get something decent return back from any graded company you choose to go for. But yeah, that's it. That's a couple of things I'm adding on to the giveaway. And yeah, hopefully, you know, best of luck to any of the winners out over there. I will announce it on the next episode via Spin the Wheel, so it's all fair, you know, everyone gets the opportunity. Like I said, just make sure you're a subscriber. Please ensure you got TikTok and Instagram so I can contact you. I'll announce you're the winner just before I get the video uploaded and edited, so you know, it gives you a chance for you to get in touch with me as well. And yeah, that's it. You know, like I said, best of luck to any one of you guys over there. Thank you once again. Sorry about it's been a bit of a longer episode than usual. What I'll do for next episode as well, I noticed a bit of a trait on this recent binder that I've been adding a lot of 151 Pokemon promo cards in there. Not only just promos, but any sort of like 151 cards I've been adding in. What is my second favorite generation? It's easy. It's Generation 2. Look, I'm really old school, so after Generation 1, it's Generation 2. So I'll find a couple of cards outside Generation 1. And anything that I can end up picking up, I'll just go for it as well. But either way, I want to like diversify this binder whilst I can do. And yeah, that's it really. You know, just do all the fancy stuff that YouTube requests any one of you guys to do. Hit the like button, comment below, subscribe, do all the fancy stuff, guys. And yeah, look, hope you enjoyed today's episode, and thank you once again. Appreciate your time, and just yeah, look after yourselves, and I'll see you all on the next video. Take care.